a lot of you have come into Victoria's or UnTamed Life have seen these boxes with earthing. And we get a lot of questions on what earthing is because very few people are aware of what an earthing product is or even does. Now, we're one of the few in the area, I think we may even be the only one in the area that carries earthing products. And all it is an earthing product reconnects your body to the earth. And the earth is a negatively charged, basically, sphere. And where everything else, in our life is positively charged, whether it's electricity, your cell phones, your computers, everything that has a current is pretty much positively charged. So we're constantly being exposed to the negative effects of all this positive energy, which are called EMFs. And the more EMFs we absorb, the more diseases are likely to take place in our body. So our bodies are meant to be in a negatively charged state. Almost all diseases known to mankind have a positive charge to them. So that means when they measure a certain disease, they can measure the electrical flow of that disease, and they almost all have a positive charge. So we'd want our bodies to stay in a negatively charged state because it would be much harder for these diseases to take hold within our body. And that's all that earthing products do, is put our bodies back into that negative state by connecting us back into the earth, which is negative. Now we have a meter here down at Victoria's, and we've done this demonstration many times to show people the amazing benefits and how these products work. And what the meter does is it tells you how many EMFs your body is absorbing at any given time. Now you can walk around the store with this meter on, and when you get closer or under certain lighting or things like that, you'll see it spike with even more EMFs. And then we would connect ourselves to one of the earthing products and do that same experiment, and you will see that there's no effect to the EMFs because you would be basically close to zero because your body is not absorbing those EMFs. It's flowing through you back into the earth and being filtered. So what the products are is the boxes contain sheets, bed sheets. So you take these bed sheets and you put them on your bed. They're very soft. In most cases, they're going to be softer than the sheets you're sleeping on now. And they have a cord that plugs into the outlet of your wall. Now, it doesn't plug into all three of the prongs. It just plugs into the little round one, which is your ground. And most houses are grounded into the earth. And then it comes with a little meter that you plug into your socket to make sure that socket is truly grounded. And as long as it is, and most are, you just plug that sheet into that little round ground socket, and you are now sleeping on a negative field sheet, meaning you're sleeping on an earth sheet. They have many other amazing products besides. Now, sleeping on the sheets is the best way to do it just because you spend a lot of time in bed, and it's a great time for your body to decharge all the negative or positive energy that you're taking in throughout the day. But there's other products they have. They have mouse pads, meaning and they're about this big, and you plug it in same way, and you put it on your desk, and when your hand or your elbows or forearms are on touching that pad, it can be your hand, anything, you are now being decharged of all the positive energy that you're taking in from all the electronic things around you. The other thing, and probably the most cost-effective, is the earthing bands. And it's just, all it is a little wristband that you put around your wrist like a watch, and it has a cord, the same basic cord that will plug in with the sheets. And you plug this in to wherever you're sitting. So if you're watching TV, it's a great time to plug in and decharge your body. If you're working at a desk, and I usually on my left hand because I write with my right, I will plug in with one of these. Plus I also use the pad because I want to make sure I have enough protection against all the EMFs at my desk. The other thing that these are must-have for is if you have, or you play, if you have kids or yourself, you play a lot of video games. Video game systems throw a lot of EMFs off, so you want to make sure that while you're playing a video game, you put one of these on, and then you're making sure that you aren't absorbing all the EMFs from that video game system. Now, my son plays a lot of video games. He doesn't like it on his arm because you're using both your hands. He'll put it on his ankle, and that way he still make sure that he's still grounded and he's not absorbing all these EMFs. These sell for $20, and you get 2 of them. Okay, so stop down to UnTamed Life, and we will explain the amazing benefits of earthing and the earthing products that we have. Because there's much more to it than I want to get into in this video, but that's the basics of what earthing does. It's very important to keep your body in that negative state because diseases have a very hard time getting a hold in a negative state. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention real quick is that for circulation, it thins the blood dramatically. Now, for anyone who has diabetic type issues, you definitely want to be sleeping on earthing sheets because it will thin the blood to help get into the toes and the eyes, where a lot of people who have diabetes have problems, and the blood gets into those capillaries and keeps those systems functioning the way they're supposed to. So stop on down and check these products out.